Okay, so I am just gonna wait for people to come in, and then I will begin telling you what this video is about. You probably can get some idea from the title, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about what's happening right now. Oh, hello to everybody that is already here though. Hi. Oh my goodness. Is your name Pharrell? I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, sorry. Hello. Original 111. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and begin because I do have to go and do something in a little bit. So as you can tell by the title, if you looked at it, I am stuck. I have hit a stall. And I don't even know if I want to call it a stall per se, but when I got down below 200 pounds back in September, I was super excited about that and everything was going great. And I went further on to lose more weight, but I have stalled out between 190 and 200 pounds. And I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this type of thing, but since I've been doing keto for the last 2 years and 3.5 months, I have never hit this point before. And it's honestly so frustrating. So for 7.5 months, I have just been kind of at a place where I feel like I'm just maintaining weight, just kind of fluctuating between what they would call the resting weight stage. So I go from 190 to 200 and it is infuriating. Like, my diet hasn't changed. The last time I made any big changes to my diet was 3.5 months after starting keto. So for 2 years, my diet has been the same. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Hello. But yeah, my diet has been the same. For the most part, I get most of my carbs from my vegetables. I do 20 net carbs. I try to keep it around there or below. That's what I've been doing the whole time I've been doing keto. But yeah, so I get most of my carbs from my veggies. I eat a lot of salads just because I like salads, not for any kind of health reasons or anything. And I eat a lot of green vegetables, again, mostly because it's just more convenient and they're easy to just kind of steam up or eat. So I eat a lot of that. Protein, I eat all different types of meat. I eat beef, fish, chicken, a little bit of pork, not too much, mostly like bacon and, you know, ribs or something like that. But I don't eat like a lot of the stuff you see me make on my channel is stuff that I eat every once in a while. I didn't eat a lot of that stuff before keto. I'm more of a savory versus sweet type person. So I don't eat a lot of breads. I don't eat a lot of pasta. I don't eat a lot of that stuff. I just, you know, mostly I like meat and I don't go overboard with my protein at all. But, you know, I try to stick with my macros that I adjust regularly. So let me see if I can show you guys this. So here on my app right here, I keep track and I use Carb Manager. So I keep track of my macros regularly. I add in my food daily, you guys. And right now, this is where I'm currently at. So when I lose 30 pounds, for every 30 pounds, I go into this app and I make the adjustment every 30 pounds. I take my weight loss picture and I adjust my macros, because anything less than that, my macros usually don't change that much. So I wait until I get down 30 pounds and then I go and I change it. So that is my calories that I'm currently at. And I usually don't get there. Sometimes I get there, sometimes, very seldom I go over that. But I usually don't even pay attention to my calories unless I'm like eating a really lean meal. Like I'm having a salad with maybe, I don't know, broccoli and fish. And I know that that's going to be really lean and it's not a lot of calories. So I usually check on my calories when I have meals like that, just to make sure I'm eating enough and I'm not going to be starving in a few hours. But so here is where I'm currently at. This is where I typically, you know, I stick with the 20. A lot of the times I'm below though, you guys. I don't do the protein that it suggests mostly because that seems like a lot of protein. So currently I'm somewhere between eating 60 to 85 grams of protein a day. And fat wise, I'm not eating that much fat either because I feel like I don't lose weight really when I eat that much fat. So I eat around 100 to 125 grams of fat a day. And so at this stage, I really don't know what's happening. Like I'm so frustrated and confused because it's been like this for 7 long months and I just don't know where to go from here. And I don't know, I feel lost. Let me check some of these comments. Maybe some of you guys have some helpful advice in here. Oh, let's see. I have been thinking about adding in more carbs, but only because I'm having, well, I've always had this issue since I've started keto, and I've spoken about it before. I am not a regular goer when it comes to number 2. And I've always been irregular my whole life, but since starting keto, it has caused me to have severe constipation for the whole of my journey. So I usually have to take supplements or I have to use laxatives to kind of regulate myself. And so I've been advised that I need to, you know, get more fiber into my diet and I need to up my carbs to allow for that fiber. So I'm not sure if that's going to help. I don't know. It kind of freaks me out really to think about doing that, just because I'm still in the weight loss phase and I'm like, I'm so close to reaching my goal weight. So I really don't want to, you know, at this point do anything that I feel like is going to set me back, but that could be something that might help. Let's see. Jay, the exercising part. I have been home exercising. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not motivated to exercise at home. It's just not fun. It's boring. I've tried doing it in front of my TV. I have a exercising bike that has a desktop that I can work at, but it's just, I hate it. And I really want to be able to get back to the gym because it's just more fun. I'm more productive. And I haven't been able to do that since the pandemic started. And I feel like maybe that is a part of it. But I was still able to lose weight the first 6 months of the pandemic. And now it's just trailed off. So I don't know. Maybe the working out could be part of the issue. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Becky, yeah, I've tried to decrease my food a little bit more, but that doesn't seem to be that helpful because when I do that, I find that I am feeling hungry before the next day even begins. So I feel like I'm getting less food than what I need. And also the other thing that's happening when I get to, it's like my body wants to be at 200 pounds because once I hit 200 pounds, then I will start to come back down. And then it's like right around when I get to like 195, I start to feel hungry. And at first I thought maybe I needed to switch it up from doing 1 meal a day to doing 2 meals a day. But that only seemed to work. It works for a little while. I lose a couple of pounds, but then the weight starts to add back on, and it's just the weirdest thing. I don't know. I really don't know why that's happening. Yes, I love Keto in the Chaos. I love her. She actually was like one of my biggest inspiration when I was thinking about starting keto. Like, I saw her before I even actually made the decision, and she was one of the reasons that I was like, you know what, if she can do this, maybe I can too. So I love her and I watch her videos. I've tried some of the things that she's done and it hasn't been successful for me. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what else to do at this point, because it's been 7 months of this. Let's see. Nat, I am not eating too much fat. I regularly adjust my macros to make sure I'm in the range of being able to lose weight. So I regularly adjust those numbers, and it's been working all this time. It's just right now it doesn't seem to be working. Is your name Jock? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I do use I'm actually taking Mag 07. However, it's starting to become less effective, that and the laxatives. So that's why I'm being told that I need to add fiber back into my diet, add some more fiber back into my diet to help regulate me the natural way. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Lisa. And congratulations on your 85 pounds that you've lost. That is a huge accomplishment. And I'm with you. I know how frustrating that can be when you hit a stall, because I am frustrated. Yeah, Rhonda, I have tried so many ways to adjust my numbers. I even periodically I would do higher protein than fat, and that helped me a couple of times before I hit this stall, and nothing seems to be changing. It's like my body wants to be between 190 and 200. I don't know what the problem is. Um, yeah, so Jay, I do eat kimchi. I do. I love the stuff, especially when I make ramen. Yeah, I just have been irregular all my life, so it's kind of difficult for me to just eat one particular thing. The only thing I can do right now is just to try to add more fiber and hope that helps to regulate me, or I might have to resort to doing some sort of a hybrid diet where I do try to do eat in the keto range for 3 to 4 days a week, and then eat higher carbs for 3 to 4 days a week. I'm really not ready to resort to that just yet, like I said, because I'm still in the weight loss phase of my journey. So I don't know how that's going to affect that. And I'm not trying to prioritize my weight loss over my, physical health. I'm just trying to find the right balance right now for that. So I don't know where to begin with it. Original 111, I drink a lot of water. I drink tons of water. That's what I drink the most right now. I don't do like very many like I use nut milks and stuff when I'm cooking and whatnot, but I have never been a big milk drinker even before keto, mostly because I'm lactose intolerant, so I really don't drink milk anyway. But yeah, so I drink water mostly. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, so I don't know. I am trying to find anything that will help to move me past this. I'm actually gonna go and I'm thinking about going back to the gym. I'm going to go today to see what kind of safety measures they have put in place, because that's the other thing. I really do feel like I need to get moving again, and maybe that's going to help things to get going. But you know, I've been pretty much staying home since the pandemic began because I've been trying to, you know, minimize my exposure to COVID, and I'm especially, you know, even more weary of it since having got it. So I don't know, I'm gonna just, you know, just go do some investigating about what kind of safety precautions they have in place and see if maybe I can get back into the gym. Oh, Kitty, you know, I have considered going plant-based. I really have, but I am not gonna lie. I really like meat. Oh my goodness. Like if I could only eat meat, I would only eat meat. Like I'm so but I do keep my protein in check. I really do. I make sure that I religiously stick to my macros, because that's how I've been able to be so successful at losing 186 pounds. So I do stick to my macros. It's just something's not working right now and I don't know how to fix it. Marcia, yes, I do use seed oils and things like that. You know, I don't have issues with inflammation. Not really. Like very seldom do I, you know, sometimes I retain water weight, but I'm always able to tell because I can see it in my ankles and my feet. So that it's very seldom, but when I am retaining water, that is how I'm able to tell. And so I can't even remember the last time I was retaining water, maybe 2 months ago. Oh, Ron, I do intermittent fasting. I for the most part I do when I do OMAD, which is what I've done 90% of my journey, I do 21-3. So for 21 hours, I don't eat anything. I just drink water, and then I have a 3-hour eating window, which I usually keep from 5 to 8. And then when I change it up and I'm doing 2 meals a day, that can vary depending on my needs, because I was eating 1 meal a day before I even started keto. So I'm just kind of accustomed to doing that. So when I do 2 meals a day, the window can be anywhere from 8 hours to 12 hours. So yeah, but I'm always doing intermittent fasting. You know, I've thought about the carnivore diet, but I think I would be in trouble there. Like I like meat way too much. I don't know if that's a good idea for me to cut loose on meat like that. Well, the thing is like oh, who said that? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Haney. You know, when I go in my app and I look at how much fiber I'm getting, I haven't been really getting the recommended amount. And so my doctor feels like, you know, by adding more fiber in, then maybe it will get me back to being as regular as, you know, as I normally am. Because normal for me is, I normally before keto would go once a week, maybe 2 times if I'm lucky. And that was based off of what I was eating before. So, you know, since keto, I don't do that. Like I can get over a week without going. And the problem then becomes, you know, I have stomach pains, bloating, you know, just it can become, you know, a real nuisance, especially when I get busy and I'm not paying attention. So then I end up having to take a laxative or something like that to hurry up and correct the problem. So I definitely know I'm not getting the amount of fiber that I should be getting, but to add in more fiber and eat more fibrous vegetables and fruits would definitely take my carb count up. So, that's where I'm currently at. Like, those are my options right now, because the supplement and the laxatives are becoming less effective. And so I don't want to get to a point where I could possibly end up in the hospital for some reason. So I'm just trying to find the best way to be able to regulate myself. Erica, I've never heard of those supplements. I'm gonna have to look into that. I've never heard of those. Michelle, I don't eat a lot of like breads and pasta and stuff like that. So I don't get a lot of gluten in my diet, but gluten is not something that I've ever had an issue with. So, I really don't eat a lot of that stuff because I don't know, it's just not my preference. I didn't eat a lot of it before. So even like, the stuff you see me make on the channel, you know, I eat that stuff sometimes, but not very often, mostly because I cook every day. Like, I make my food every day. So I'm usually just focused on making my meal. And then if I feel like having something extra, like a snack or something like that, then maybe I will put in something to, you know, put in the time to make that and eat that. But yeah, I don't suffer from issues with gluten, and I don't eat a lot of gluten in my everyday life. So that has already been ruled out. Marcia, I actually have some almond flour, some almond um oil that I use. I have recently been using that to cook with, but I don't use it that much, and I don't eat almonds that much, and I very seldom use almond flour. But yeah, the almond oil that I use periodically, I've only used it a handful of times. So, and that's only been like recently. So this started before I started using that oil. Original 111. Yes, I make sure I get enough salt always, because I know that's been something that's been a concern as far as with keto, and that's something that I've been, like aware of since before I started my journey. So I do make sure I get enough salt. Oh yes, that's one of my favorites, pink Himalayan salt. If you see me using my little salt box on my videos, that's what's in it. But I do use like sea salt sometimes, but mostly I use pink Himalayan salt. But yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna try other things. First things first, try to maybe start getting some more exercising in, and hopefully that's gonna help to fix this. And also, as I said on the title, as far as an update, I, the website, my new website is going to be coming sometime in the next month to 6 weeks, because I'm doing it myself. It took me some time to figure out what I wanted and how I wanted it. And now that I know, it's going to take some time for me to get everything up and going on it, because there's like over 100 recipes that I have to add to it, and I have to go through the process of doing these digital recipe cards and then adding that to the site. So it's going to take a little time, but my new website will be coming soon with those latest recipes that I have not been able to add to my other website because I ran out of space. Let's see, what other comments do we have here? I'm trying to see if I missed any. Oh, Marcella, I hope I'm saying your name right. Oh, I'm so glad you got to break through your stall. That's great. I'm really, really glad for that. Haney, I don't know. It could be stress. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I have been feeling very stressed this past year since all of this has started. It has really thrown my regular everyday routine off. And just a lot of things have changed. So maybe it is stress. And I was trying to figure out, I thought I felt like, I've dealt with a lot of it, and I've been, being more productive than I was at the beginning of all this happening. So I don't know, maybe stress could be a factor, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Right now I'm looking to keep anything in mind and keep open my options for how best to get past this, because I'm so close, you guys. I'm so close, and I cannot wait to get to my goal weight and get to the next part of this journey, which is, maintaining this weight loss. I'm not sure what the Master Cleanse is. I would have to look into that Original 111. I'm not sure what that is. Astrid. Yeah, so as far as my calories go, I generally stay somewhere between 1200 to what my maximum is. But usually it is somewhere around 1200 to 15 on the regular is what I've noticed. As far as my fasting window, it kind of, like I said, it kind of depends on what style of eating I'm doing. If I'm doing OMAD or if I'm eating 2 meals a day, it just kind of depends. And I try not to force myself to eat if I'm not hungry, but I also, try to change things up to keep things moving. So I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I've tried adjusting my eating window when I do 2 meals a day to different time variations. That hasn't helped. I even tried moving my meal. So instead of eating in the evenings from 5 to 8, I've bumped it up to like 12 to 3, or I've done a morning meal. Nothing seems to be making this go past, getting me past 190. Oh, okay. Original 111. What I was thinking about doing, because I haven't done it in a while, is I was thinking about starting to do my apple cider vinegar lemonade again. I haven't done it in quite some time, probably since last summer was the last time I did it. And I think I started it when I was like in a little small stall, so maybe I can start that again. That's another thing I have not tried, and I actually thought about that last week. Maybe that's something that I should do to see if I can get myself past this point. Okay, I think I got through everybody's comments, and if I didn't, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, because I think my husband has arrived home and he's waiting for me. And so I'm gonna go look into trying to get back to the gym, get to moving, and hopefully maybe that can be helpful and get me past this point. And I will be keeping you guys up to date on if I, finally break through and get below 190. But thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. I wasn't sure if I was going to even come on here and do this today, but I felt like, it's important for me to talk about the times that I'm struggling as much as when I find success, because, you know, other people could be struggling and it may help them not to feel alone in it. And some people might even have answers for me. So thank you guys so much for being here, for listening, for your helpful and wonderful comments. Thank you. I love all of you, and you guys will see me again this week, I think. Next week I've got recipes coming out for you guys, so you guys will see some recipe videos from me next week. So thank you, and bye.